Howdy, parents. It's Miss DeBelo here. I have heard from several of you. How can you help your student at home work on some of their skills since, as a fourth grade team, we do not do homework? And so I want to go through some of the resources that your kids use at school every single day that they can do at home to get additional practice and even gain some awards both on their goal chart, which I'm going to go over, and their as well as making money in their school bank log. So here is ccisd.net. This is the district homepage, and if you click at school, not the at home, but the at school, it's going to take you to the online portal where they log in. So this is obviously my login, but they have a number and a password that they use daily. They have it memorized, they know it, and so you just click login. And there's a couple of resources here, but the two that we're going to focus on are It's Learning and Office 365. So I mentioned a goal sheet. So if you get in Office 365 and you go to OneNote, this is where your student is documenting all of their goals as well as all of their data. So it should be in recent since we use it every day, but it might also be in class notebooks, but it's called the DeBelo Notebook. And so they'll click on it. And then there's a series of tabs. So they'll have the collaboration space and the content library, and then they're just going to have their name and their initials. So I'm just going to click on this one person just to kind of as an example. And when they get on their tab, there's going to be 5 tabs to follow. So this is their goal sheet. This is how they're doing in all the areas of math, of all the standards that we have gone over. And reading, writing, there isn't a whole lot in there. And then map data, we take a map test 3 times a year. We've already taken it twice. And so their results are in that if you'd like to take a look at it. If you have any questions, you can absolutely contact me and I can answer any of those. But starting with the goal sheet, every Monday morning, your student fills out a goal sheet where they can earn stickers as rewards in the hallway. And so I don't want to make goals just strictly academic. I think it's important to have goals in every part of your life. And so a personal goal could be anything to do with sports, with getting certain hours of sleep, reading books, whatever it is that they want. This particular student wanted to get caught reading, get 3 caught reading cards. And then a behavioral goal. And so this could be, it could be, I don't want to get a conduct mark for the day if it's someone struggling, but then it also, I'm always on the positive side, and so it could be like, I want to get a DeBelo bonus for good behavior, or I want to get a terrific card because I was responsible, or whatever it is. And then an attendance goal of I want to be at school every day this week, but then it could be the month, it could be whatever it is that they want to set. But these 3 are their goals that they want to work on. And then we have the academic goals. So we have math and we have reading. And so they have a personal goal that they want to personally work on. A lot of them right now are working on specific multiplication facts. For reading, it's like they want to read or they want to finish a book this week. But then they have their data goal. And so we're going to be going into those other tabs, the math and the reading data, that I will show you how they decide to work on these goals. And then there's homework goals. And so I highly encourage, I know we've used terms like Dreambox and Lexia. They do not get the amount of time that they need on these programs. And so if they did 20 minutes a night of Dreambox and 20 minutes a night of Lexia, which I'll show you how to access those, they would be set. And then of course, any type of reading or any type of fact fluency practice is always helpful. And like I said, I give rewards when they meet their goals, and I also give rewards for doing that extra homework if you sign it on their homework log and their binder. So this is where they set their goals, and so you have access to this all the time, and you can hold them accountable at home. But then you go to the math data, and you'll see right now I have 5 different areas of math that we have gone over. And so this particular person, green means we are good, and so you can see how this one has improved over the course of practicing those stations or practicing online, which I'm going to show you. And then fractions decimals, and then adding and subtracting. And so on this one's goal sheet, they decided that they wanted to continue in the area of decimals, and so they're doing some project-based learning as part of their goal to achieve that. And then in reading, I have them set in fiction, and we're about to start our next fiction unit, so a lot of these will be reintroduced, but then also nonfiction, which is what we are currently working on. And so they're seeing how they've improved and what skills that they need to still work on. And so I'm going to show you the resources that we have at school that they use every day in order to accomplish these. But I wanted to show you these. So if you go back to the portal, which is here, and we go to It's Learning, this is where all the resources are. Now, I know I mentioned Dreambox and Lexia. Both of these are on this homepage. They know their passwords to get into both of these. If they did 20 minutes a night in one or both of these, they would be in good shape. Now, Lexia has a time limit that it's 20 minutes a week, 40 minutes a week, 80 minutes a week. So after they've met their minutes, they no longer have to do it. But Dreambox, it scaffolds them on the skills that they need to work on, and I also assign Dreambox assignments, and so it's important that they do Dreambox. But It's Learning, there's a lot of different resources in here, and so this is the homepage that will come up on your kids. And so the two courses that we're going to focus on, if you go to courses, is they'll scroll down, and it's the Mathematics DeBalo course. And so I've been working on this for a while, and because I want to do the best for resourcing your kids. And so in here, Math Goals video, I have listed every single TEK that was in on the math data, every single TEK that's been listed, I have listed in here. And what your student can do is for every single standard, there are a set of videos that they can go and watch to help maybe remember some teaching, maybe hear it a different way. And so your kids have all been assigned their color group. They know what color group they are working on. And so when they click on their color group, like the yellow group, these are all instructional videos that they can watch on numbers through 1,000, the 10,000s, the 100,000s to help them work on place value. And these groups were decided based on their map data, on where the scores told me where to start. And so these are different levels of green would be the most challenging fourth grade level, and then we would scaffold back to something easier, and then the whole goal is for them to start in that place, but then every week we're going to scaffold into something more difficult until we are where we need to be as a fourth grader. So these are all instructional videos. So, but it's also good for if you want to learn how we're doing multiplication, if you want to learn how we're doing division, because I know that it's different from how when we were growing up in school. I know I only learned the algorithm, but now there's multiple strategies. You can just click on one of these, and it will take you into instructional videos that can help your kids understand the way we're learning at school. This is also a link to more videos placed by TEK. And then these are great practices. So wherever your student is placed group-wise, they can go click on Green Group, and this is going to take them to Go Math, and there's lots of games in here where they can practice those specific skills. Dreambox, also, I'm assigning their assignments on where they need to start, and so they can go to Dreambox and practice. And then these are just some fact fluency things. So if they want to work on multiplication facts, here's some quizzes that will time them. Here's some multiplication games. And then once again, Math Playground is another great resource, multiplication.com. So this is just a resource page. When they get on this page, this is exactly where it goes. And so we are working on this page diligently every single day to work on their goals. But if they want to work on their goals at home, or you want to encourage them to work on their goals, this is a resource. The other page I want to bring to your attention is the the reading page, I just want to make sure that I'm going to the DeBelo reading page because I have several in here. Yes, so right now, because we are currently in nonfiction, these I can statements are all the things that we kind of expect kids to be mastering in this unit. And then we've placed our anchor charts of the different things that we've been going on and teaching kids how to master these skills. Right here are reading responses. So at home, if you want to have your child read some nonfiction text to get them exposed, these are just some questions that you can ask them in response and challenge their thinking. And really, the main things that we are really focusing on are main idea and author's purpose and also text organization, which I'll add in here. And then if you're like, where do I get these nonfiction things? Here's just some text resources. So these are all articles that we've read in class with our students. But then these are just some online news things that are great for your students' interest, where they can go and they can click on it. My personal favorite is News ELA. And in News ELA, it actually levels kids. So wherever your child is currently reading, their current reading level, they can be leveled here. But what I like about it is you can search this library, and we're going to be doing this article tomorrow, but they can read it, and then there's activities on here, and so there's actually quizzes, and these quizzes actually focus in on summary and main idea and the current skills that we're working on. And you can also do things in sets. So maybe they're interested in sharks. Well, there might be a set of shark articles that they can read a whole lot about and then get exposed to how different authors structure things. And so another one that kids like to go to is Dogo News or Times for Kids. Wonderopolis is great for just anything that they wonder, like how was something invented or whatever. So these are all nonfiction resources that can be accessed from home. And then one thing I like is the graphic organizer, something we use in class, main idea a lot. So you could just print this off at home, or they could fill it out on the computer. But this is like a main idea chart where they put the main idea of the whole article and then what were the supporting details in this. And my hope is in the next several weeks that I will also be adding some videos, instructional videos of my personal lessons in class, so that they can access it if they need a review on main idea or text organization or author's purpose or facts and opinions. So this is a resource for you. For them, they know how to access it, but maybe just practicing some of these things. You're looking at their data from from their reading, and you're like, oh, we need to really work on this area. And any practice that they get from home and any reinforcement that they get from you is just so positive. And so I really hope that this was helpful. Like I said, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. But I just wanted to make sure that you were kind of exposed and maybe even a little trained on some of the resources. And anyway, I hope this was helpful, and I hope to see you at the Valentine's Day party.